That's true. All right, we are live on YouTube. What's going on, everyone? What's goody? We're gonna go live on Insta. Check in here.
Let me
All right, we're live. Oh yeah, we're live both places.
I want to see what the screen looks like to
All right.
ensure, so I'm gonna have that pulled up.
Okay. Well, how's everyone doing? We are live on Insta, on YouTube, and we're gonna get episode 53 started with some UFC. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys doing? Oh,
What?
Something happened.
no, I just said the same exact thing you did.
Okay. Well, we're
No,
live.
I thought I froze for a minute.
Oh, it did too.
That sketched me out.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Hanging in there. Enjoying the weekend of sports that was. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
good.
feeling good. I think it's like a weird sports time.
I was gonna say it's really weird because there's no dead spot in sports. I mean, a bunch of people will probably say like the dead of summer when only baseball is going on. And then obviously you have your crazy times, right? Fall, like October, when you have the four major sports going. And then again, like March into April, when college basketball and golf is at like the peak on top of basketball, baseball starting, and hockey. So we're like right on the brink of another great era of sports, but it's still not a bad time for sports. I mean, there's a lot of exciting things either just ending or the hype's about to start. So
yeah, I think this is a fun time for us though too, because it's when we can get creative and we got some fun things in the works where we can kind of not talk about the daily, like weekly sports recap necessarily that we sometimes talk about and kind of go off on a little bit of a tangent, which we enjoy doing.
Yeah. Plus, we literally talk about anything and everything. That's what AFR is known for. That's what we've built our brand on. And that's what, like, we want people to know, like, we'll talk about what you want to talk about. We might have to learn cricket, but we actually haven't talked about cricket yet.
But I mean, speaking of that, why don't we just go through what we're talking about tonight? We're going to talk about some UFC, NBA, kind of go over the All-Star and second half. Got a 5-second rule game courtesy of Chase. We're excited. Me and Ryan are excited for that one.
Yeah, we haven't done a game in a minute. No, I'm really fun.
I'm excited. MLB Hot Stove, we talked about it last week, and it's been more of a cold freezer type stove. And then the Daytona recap courtesy of Chase. And then we'll see if we have time for the Immaculate Grid, but we're gonna get into some, I guess, UFC to start.
You got the comments up just in case anyone reaches out?
Yes, I do. I got Instagram up and YouTube. We'll see if anyone comments.
Yeah, I got YouTube.
All right. So UFC 298 recap and 300. Let's take a look here. So UFC 298. This is the main card. Do we want to go deeper than that or just kind of talk main card?
We can just go main card. I think that'll sum it up.
You first have to talk about how we didn't actually bet it. AFR has been hot, but the 2-leg parlay of UFC 298, that was a smash.
Yeah, no one bet it, but we talked about Merab and Robert Whitaker, and that parlay would have hit.
Yeah, did anyone out there actually let us know if you ran with that 2-leg? I mean, it was tasty, and the fights had already started when I realized. I don't know. I dropped the ball big time on that, but that was a big hit. So back-to-back weekends of just 2-leg parlays, just smashing home for AFR. So we're pumped about it.
Yeah, Merab did. I guess we can start with him. I guess so. He faced Triple C, got a pretty decisive win, and it seems pretty clear he's kind of next in that division for the title. I know Dana said he didn't necessarily love that Merab wouldn't fight his friend, that type of thing. I know Dana hates that, but decisive win over Cejudo, who did not look bad. It's not like this was like an off Cejudo. He looked good, but Merab was just dominant, and the dude has a gas tank. The dude looks like he can go 10 rounds.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. And for Henry, it looks like he's going back into retirement from this fight, but Merab he's ready. He could have fought for the title now. I mean, I think he's already just proving the fact that he's next in line for whoever, and whenever.
Yeah, I think Merab, to me, he's going to be a champion at some point. It's just a matter of time. He's got all the skills to do so. And I mean, some of his fights might not always be the most exciting, but he's pretty dominant.
Yeah. He just he's so well rounded with the things he does, and Cejudo, I feel like Marab just kind of could have had somebody a little bit more ready. Like I feel like Cejudo now, well, especially now, he's not going to be fighting anymore, but just doesn't have like the same draw. Like it feels like it did when he was in his prime.
Yeah, no, I agree. I wish I didn't realize Marab wasn't. I thought he was a little more active, but hopefully maybe he can be a little more active at some point. Yeah, I think one of the things Dana said in the press conference was someone asked them about Cejudo with the retirement. They didn't give him the mic, and he was like, that was Marab's night. And Cejudo, he already retired once. He doesn't get to take that great win away from Marab. If he wants to retire for a second time, he can do that. But I mean, the dude took 3 years off from UFC. It's hard to come back from 3 years. I don't care if he was still training. That's a hard task unless you're John Jones.
I feel like it's probably one of the hardest in all sports to come back. Yeah. Whether you're coming back from an injury, just out. I mean, you think the NFL was hard, but then Joe Flacco came out slinging, you know what I mean? But the UFC like a whole different, you're right.
Yeah, John Jones is the one exception. Everyone else, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, especially when he was champ and left. It wasn't like he lost and then took time off and came back, kind of like what Stylebender's doing. But yeah, that was just too much valuable time, like Dana said, to be away from the game at that point.
Yep. Agreed.
By the way, do you guys think at all that Marab looks like a combination of Conor McGregor and Kurt Angle?
I thought you were going to say Michael Chandler.
Oh, yes, that's good.
I don't know about Kurt Angle, maybe.
Okay.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking about your guy.
Oh. All right, well, the other one before that, Anthony Hernandez, was a good one for him. I don't know a lot, honestly, about Anthony Hernandez. So,
yeah, just guys to keep your eye on to make their way into contending.
Yeah. Ian Gary, everyone's favorite fighter, got the win over Jeff Neal. Not an easy fight. Is it Jeff or Geoff? I don't know how they pronounce it. Jeff. Not an easy fight because he's a tough dude, but got the dub and remains undefeated, whether people like him or not.
Yeah, I guess you could say he was running around a lot, but props to Jeff Neal for not being a walkthrough.
Yeah, and I mean, all the 5 other fights were great fights. So, or is that 6? No, 5. So you have one fight on the main card that's not great. That's fine.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Whitaker, Costa. Costa looked good. I mean, Whitaker's a tough dude, and Costa did not look bad.
Is Costa the guy that hasn't won in years?
He also hasn't fought much recently.
Yeah, he's had like one fight.
Oh, he's the one that had all these canceled.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he got a win in 2022, but against Luke.
So he hasn't fought since 2022, and he hung in there.
Yeah, and he did well, and I gotta give it to him. He stood in the pocket, really wanted to go at Robert Whitaker, and without a doubt, Robert Whitaker's strength is striking. So the fact he was willing to do that, and Paulo had a lot of good shots on him. He rocked him with a head kick that probably would have put a lot of other people out. Whitaker stood in there. I mean, that guy's tough. Robert Whitaker went 3 full fights with Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing to do, let alone one fight. He did 3 times. So he can definitely eat a punch or two. And Paulo Costa probably pretty similar to, the blend and makeup of what Yoel was. But yeah, it was a really interesting fight. I was really surprised.
Yeah, and Costa's so big. And for him to throw that kick the way he did and connect, and Whitaker not to just fold and go down. I mean, first of all, super impressive to be able to get the kick up the way he did at his size. But yeah, really good fight. And I mean, when he fights, it's a good fight for the most part. Just he's just so unpredictable if he's actually going to show up.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more active, especially if he wants to fight for the title at some point. Like, he's a good fighter now, but I hope he just doesn't fall into the realm of like just the guy who gets out there occasionally and then just never fully gets into contending and all. But
yeah,
but
and Whitaker, he puts himself right back into title contention. He seems to like take a step back and then just knock off a couple more wins and then right back in for a shot.
Yeah, he's always going to be an interesting draw. But yeah, that was definitely a great fight. Way surpassed my expectations going into the weekend. And it definitely set the stage for the main event.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there it is.
Ilia Topuria, man, he can really do it all. And everyone said coming into the UFC, he was more of a grappler. And since he's been in the UFC, he's had more knockout wins than submissions. And the way he knocked out Volkanovski was just, I mean, you couldn't have done it, scripted up any better, landed it with him, and just put him out. And for Volkanovski now, this is 2 bad knockouts in a very short time span.
He, in my opinion, needs to take. He's almost one of those fighters that wants to fight too much. Like he needs to take some time, and sometimes you just don't see these guys like coming back from it like the same. I mean, it's tough.
2 in a short period is tough.
And he's got nothing else to prove. I know he wants to keep fighting and all, but I mean, at this point, he's the greatest featherweight of all time, probably, or at least top 3. I know, like, there's some other guys you can put up there, but
still, I mean, he definitely. I think this is why Max Holloway, on a separate note, is like does so well longevity wise, is because anytime he does have a loss, he takes like a good amount of time off. Usually, like he's not like a guy who like will jump back in necessarily after like a big loss. Like I feel like he gathers himself, gets it back in there, and then he can continue to stay at the top. And now that Volkanovski's on, I feel like he definitely, regardless of this upcoming fight, can definitely put himself back into that conversation to be getting a crack at the title. So, good on him. I mean, this was a long reign to be trying to get in there, doing it, and coming up short. But for Max Holloway fans, you got to be happy that he's going to be back in there. You think, pending a few other results. But Volkanovski, I think he could definitely take some time off, do the style bender route. I mean, just lay low until September at this point and then come back and let things shake out. I mean, it can get crazy. Look at the heavyweight division. How many people have held the belt over the last, few months, and even light heavyweight too. I mean, these belts are just being handed back and forth between people. So sometimes it's not a bad thing to let the dust settle and see where it goes.
Yeah. I think Volk's like addicted to fighting.
Yeah.
Just
the rush he gets or something, whatever he wants to see in the ring. And
it's great to be active, but yeah, he needs to focus on his own. He's got kids. He's got to focus on his own health a little bit too. And the fight will be there. If he wants it, but he needs to take some time. And Topuria could be champ for a while, though. I will say that he's got.
Oh yeah, he definitely has all the makings of being a champ, and I feel like a lot of fighting to his opportunity. And Topuria just came in at a great point. Volkanovski kind of cleaned out the division a little bit. And I think moving up in the Makhachev fights just really took a number on him. Like, I feel like if he was just still going featherweights, and not doing the Makhachev move, maybe he does a little bit better in this fight. But
yeah, I would like to see. I'd love to see a Topuria Holloway fight at some point. I will say that.
Yeah, I feel like their styles match up pretty nicely.
Yeah. I'd say that'd be fun. And
I actually like watching Max Holloway. He's like, I know I don't follow UFC that well, but he's someone I feel like he's fun to watch in the ring. So if this Topuria guy, 15-0 and just truck through Volkanovski. So
I will say I don't know if it's just super confident or just super cocky. I don't know if you saw that he changed his Instagram bio to 15-0 and champ like the week before the fight happened.
I didn't see that.
Gosh.
So he like put it in his bio that he's 15-0 and like the new champ or something.
I mean, if you're gonna call your shot,
yeah.
I mean, Conor McGregor called his shot all the way up to a 5-second knockout of Jose Aldo. So
yeah, insane.
Yeah.
Insane. All right, should we touch quick? I guess we can touch quick on UFC 300. There was an announcement, and then we can go into quick next, which is some NBA. So UFC 300, the big announcement was the main event, which now is Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill. To be honest, as the main event for 300, it's a little underwhelming. Not that it's not a good fight; it's a great fight. But I think a little underwhelming as the main event.
Yeah. For some reason, I think just a lot of injuries have knocked off the timing for this card, and they're trying to piece it together with whoever can get in there for matchup wise. So
yeah, they stacked the 299 card too, which is like they could have maybe gotten some of those guys on 300, but I did see that Leon Edwards. Dana was praising him a bunch because they offered Leon 3 fights for to headline UFC 300, and he said yes to every one of them. But I guess none of them actually happened. But Leon said yes to every. Dana like made it clear Leon was willing to fight all 3 of those guys, and it just none of them made it happen.
Nothing panned out.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, and I've heard the style bender might. I don't know if that's like how accurate that is, but I've just heard like possibly maybe.
They did say there's one more fight they're adding to the card. I don't know what or where, but they did say there's one more fight.
Where is this card at?
It should
say.
Is
this the fight week card?
No. We can check it out, Chase.
Good question. He gets that guy on that.
Yeah, we'll get that guy on that quick.
Because if it's in Saudi Arabia, I feel like they're gonna have to really put something else up together here.
No, it's at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas.
They can get away with this card at the T-Mobile.
Yeah, I mean the main card's great. You got Gaethje and Holloway, Oliveira, and then Yuri and
Oliveira is my guy.
And Bo Nickel, and even down here like Figueiredo, and I mean this.
Yeah, Garbrandt. Yeah.
Everyone's excited to see Kayla Harrison just destroy Holly Holm, probably.
I didn't know Holly Holm was still fighting.
She probably shouldn't be, but she is.
Yeah, she has been trucking.
Yeah, she's
like 40.
42?
Yeah, she is going.
Oh, she got a win on her. Wait, this was overturned? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's been putting in the work.
Yeah.
It's crazy how some people like Holly Holm's 42 and she's only fought 21 times. You think about it, she's like, if she's been fighting since her early 20s, she's averaging like 1 fight every 2 years. Like, but then some guys like Dustin Poirier, hasn't he fought like a bajillion times?
Yeah, he's been in the UFC since he was like 19. And Holly Holm was a boxer. I think she has like 70 wins or something.
Oh, so then she convert
on boxing.
Okay.
Or maybe it's like 50. Steven, I think I might be putting Wonder Boy's record with hers, but they both have insane professional records outside of the UFC.
She fought some monsters in her day between like Cyborg and Shevchenko and Nunes. She took a lot of damage in those fights. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a lot of volatility there. And
so she dominated boxing and then went up against some of the greatest women fighters of all time.
I mean, her big like signature thing was the whole was it Rousey when she Rousey.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, she KO'd her with like a head kick, I think.
Yeah.
There it is.
Fight?
No. I think that was in Australia too or something.
Yeah, that was her third fight in the UFC too.
UFC 193. That's crazy. That was 100 UFCs ago.
Did she fight on 200 also?
200? She maybe.
208. 190. No, she didn't.
Shout out to the Holly Holm rabbit hole though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We can we can touch on we can get off some UFC. And
is there any Holly Holm comments out there? I feel like there were some Holly Holm fans. I want to hear if anyone.
There was no Holly Holm comments.
No Holly Holm fans out there.
No
I mean, she's gonna get wrecked, like you said, but not that I know.
All right, let's talk. Let's touch on some NBA now, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my.
Take a stroll over to the court.
Yeah.
Pep, oh my God, Pep.
Yeah, I have to be totally honest. I consumed 0 seconds of NBA All-Star Weekend.
I'm sorry. Anyone listening right now, Ben's dog just unloaded, and I just can't even breathe.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, I did
Prime
not
unloading position.
I did not watch it either. The only thing I did enjoy, and I'm glad they did it, was the Sabrina Ionescu, Steph Curry. I think that was cool to bridge some WNBA. And it'd be cool to have, like, for the WNBA All-Star Week, like to have like something where they bring an NBA guy or like a couple of
They should do WNBA All-Stars versus an NBA All-Stars.
Yeah. They really, I mean, like, I don't watch a ton of the weekend either.
I watched none of it besides that.
I watched like Maxie doing like the skills challenge, and that
sounds terrible.
That was it was not really worth it. But I feel like everyone likes the 3-point contest. Like, I feel like that's a hit. I get it. Like the dunk contest, no one wants to put their body on the lines. You can't make new dunks nowadays. And then obviously the like the Sunday night game, no one is going to play defense. And people are still complaining about it. It's been that way for like 10 years now, at least. It kind of is what it is, but I'm kind of for more things like the 3-point contest. You know, I mean, when we grow up, you play 100, like they could play knockout from half court. I don't know, different games. How many free throws can you make in a minute? Like just some carnival basketball games and just make it more exciting. Because the 3-point contest, I've bet on it. I like watching it. It was hyped the one year Cat did it again, but he's been in it a couple times. We talked about like the 7-foot only 3-point contest.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I saw on Gilbert Arenas, he had a podcast and he was talking about some ways to like improve. And he mentioned like a couple of like 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 type like game, like mini games, like get some like the best guys to like do some of those.
Yeah, King of the Court.
Yeah, exactly. Those types of games.
They should put the trampoline on the free throw line like they do for the halftime shows.
Yeah. Well, then one guy tears his ACL and it's game over.
Oh yeah.
But I think the actual All-Star game is just, it's like football. They need to do something because no one, I mean, it's not fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's just like Luka shot like a 3/4 shot as like, I don't know. That stuff's just not entertaining for me.
Yeah. I mean, and the part of the reason is the NBA, we talked about it, they're doing too much. They had the in-season tournament. They have the play-in tournament. Yep. I don't know if you guys call it Rivals Week at all when they just have a bunch of, you know, teams that are rivals all going at it the same week. And I mean, you have 82 games of competitive basketball, couple 100-pound guys literally hard on their ankles, knees. Like, there's only so much you can have them do, especially when you make the playoffs for 7-game series.
I thought the G League thing was cool. They had a G League team against the it was like
Harlem Globetrotters.
No, Pau Gasol had a team.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch it. Yeah,
I just saw highlights, and the G League team won.
Yeah. Oh, and the All-Star game, the celebrity All-Star game Friday night, I feel like that's kind of entertaining. Like,
that I don't hate all the time.
Well, they try, and some of those guys can actually ball. And
it's interesting to see who can actually play. Yeah.
Shout out Micah Parsons for winning Celebrity All-Star Game MVP.
I wish Adam was in it.
Oh, I know. That's kind of entertaining, and I feel like it's more of a social thing, which is kind of what the football is. Now the football has gotten better because they do like dodgeball
skills. Yeah.
Like the centers hiking the ball into like the points and stuff. Like,
yeah. The NBA it's the game that's, I think, the issue. The rest of the weekend, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just the actual game. It's not entertaining.
And the only problem with the dunk contest is because of how great it was. But now you can go on social media any day and watch guys do ridiculous dunks.
Did you see Jaylen Brown got booed?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I mean, these dunks were trash.
It was the guy was 5'3" and sat in a chair and he dunked over him. Everyone just booed him.
It would have been hilarious if he like didn't clear him.
I know, but it was just like, bro, what do you?
Yeah, that should be like the first event of the night. Like, they can keep it, but they make that like the main event. Like, I mean, really, since we said it last year, it was the Gordon Levine one. They Should have given it
Yep.
to Gordon
Downhill from there.
and basically
Yeah.
just downhill from there. And now you just have Mac McClung, never played in an NBA game, winning back to back.
Yeah, what? Yeah. It would be cool if they did like 2v2 games or something like that. Like instead of like the big,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like
I
the
agree.
big game itself is so dumb. Like I don't care that they can both score 180 points. Like that doesn't do anything for
We
me.
could have a
Yeah.
2v2 bracket tournament, like a
Yeah, that would be a good in-season tournament.
16
Yeah.
guys, 2v2 brackets, and then just like
Yeah.
winner of each game, best of like 7.
Yeah.
Or they could just put like the in-season championship then, because those guys actually tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But it would be cool to see like the skills thing, like you were saying, Ryan, about like the NFL. Like, show me what they're good at doing, like accuracy or like I don't know how to like quantify it for basketball, but like shoot it with a mini ball or something like that. Like just do something other than what we can all do. Like I want to see what makes them like so insanely different. Like hockey does it too, where they do all kinds of different like try to shoot it in this skating competitions and stuff like that, where you get to see like, okay, in game time, it's like hard to really decipher this, like to somebody who like doesn't watch it all the time. So for like people who don't watch basketball all the time, like this is your chance to like really show, like wow people with like, dang, this is one person, all the spotlight's on them. What can they do?
Yeah. I mean,
Like who has insane balance? Like I'm sure one of them could like balance on something and shoot a 3-pointer. And it's like insane that they can just do that while they're balancing on something.
like literally kind of what you're getting at. Like they could play horse. They could like I would watch them play a game of horse where they're doing like weird things. Or I'm just thinking about a game of 100 when we play and we have like 8 bricks in a row. Like just imagine them playing. The first 10 shots are all in. First miss, guy goes from 0 to 100.
Do some around the world thing or something.
Yeah, they could play around the world. Like I don't know. There's so many basketball mini games. You can play basketball with 1 to 10 people and do whatever you want. They don't have to have the dunk contest still trucking as like the main event of the weekend. No.
Yeah, and it would be cool to see like the women's team and the men's team. Like they could even do like co-ed teams. Like that would be cool if like they pick captains and like I don't know. That would probably be more entertaining. Of like I don't know. You know they're not going to be like aggressive. Like that's not the point of it. Like it's more just like cool that they get to share the court with each other.
Yeah. One thing I actually am wondering, and I should have looked this up before the show, but just out of curiosity, has there ever been like notable NBA All-Star game injuries that has caused the lack of competitiveness? Because for some reason, like I feel like in the NFL, it's happened. The bowl games in college football, like I mean, well, like I'm like I get it. It's only one game, and it's never been super competitive, but everyone's making a big deal of it. And I was like the U.S. basketball was always a big thing with the Paul George injury. Like things like that happened. Like
that's the only thing I could think of like recently. That was a thing. Yeah. But I don't remember people getting hurt at the All-Star break. I feel like because so many people were hurt and they couldn't play, or they were just got traded and were like sitting out until after the All-Star break. So it's just been like whoever was on the hot stove this year, but there wasn't any huge names that got moved.
The only thing I see was that Dwayne Wade broke Kobe's nose.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but that Kobe could have broke his nose opening his car door. Like,
The other comment from the Reddit thread says, "Does Bosch's pride count? He got nutmegged twice in an All-Star game."
Cool.
But to the point of Ben, the game itself doesn't matter that much because we play in an era where any player can play with anybody. Like if I grew up as a Sixers fan and I only had Julius Erving on my team, and now all of a sudden like him and Larry Bird can team up to try to take down Magic and Kareem, like that would be something like, oh my gosh. But nowadays it was like, oh, LeBron's just going to join the Heat, or now you have KD on the Suns with Brad Beal. Like it'd be different if everyone was still like there wasn't free agency like there is today, and like these players never play together. It'd be like the one time, oh my gosh, like Dame and Giannis are going to be on the same team, bro. It's like now it doesn't matter because they can just do that anyway.
Yeah, and it changes so much from year to year. Like you can have a superstar 3-on-1 team, and next year they're garbage. They're like they can go from being the Nets 3 years ago to now, and it's like they don't have any of those pieces anymore.
Yeah.
And like how much turnover they caused, but yeah, it's just crazy that like it's not really surprising to see all the matchups like it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to talk some quick about the second half?
Yeah.
Talk some Sixers before we
Yeah.
get into a 5-second rule game.
Yeah, actually, one crazy thing I wanted to touch on, and obviously, you know, the Sixers and Knicks are this big second half coming up for both of them, who actually need to really make an effort here in the regular season. But one crazy thing I saw, we were just talking about injuries, is I just went through like every team's injuries right now, and there's really only 6 teams in the entire NBA that are right now have like the injury bug hitting them with either like a bunch of players or like a couple of their best
Well,
players.
the Knicks is one of them.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, we can go through them real quick. I mean, the Knicks is obviously Mitchell Robinson, who was deemed out for the season for like 2 months, and now they got the Embiid hopefulness right now. Not that he's like their number one player, but he's their starting center, and he's a solid player. But the Sixers, obviously, Embiid's the big one, the big question mark surrounding, honestly, their entire organization, whether or not they're going to be able to make a run. The only team that's really not competitive is Memphis, but they have been completely just destroyed by injuries from top to bottom since basically the start of the season, if you count Morant's suspension. And then after that, the only other teams are the Bulls with LaVine and Lonzo. And Lonzo we knew about to begin with. But, I mean,
Is Lonzo going to play again ever?
That's the goal.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Talk about an underperforming team like the last 4 years. I feel like the Bulls could have been like a 2 seed at some point.
Especially when they got Billy Donovan. I thought they would actually have like a shot.
Yeah.
But,
Shout out to him. He was like known as one of the best coaches in the NBA.
Yeah. And quick shout out to new Nets coach Kevin Ollie, former UConn guy, bringing UConn championship, now Nets coach.
Yeah, why'd they signed Vaughn to like a multi-year extension and then canned him?
I'd be curious to know, just like each sport, how much teams are paying like previous coaches.
Oh, college football is ridiculous. It's not even funny how much money people are just getting paid and then get another job and still getting paid.
That's insane. You just had just a passive income and just your actual job.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you get paid to not have a job anymore.
That's crazy.
Like, you're so bad. We'll pay you $40 million to just go away.
Yeah.
Pension package.
Yeah. But that's probably another episode. But.
Yeah. And then the only other 2 teams right now that are affected, if you count CP3 on the Warriors, which hasn't really it kind of affected him, and then it hasn't. And then this one really doesn't count. And Steven Adams, who got traded to Houston. So
yeah,
actually I'm just gonna cross that one off. So really there's only 5 teams, which is kind of crazy at this point in the year. So I mean, we have some years where we always talk about who's the healthiest team. They're the ones that's going to make the run. But, of course, the Knicks and Sixers are on this list. But, I mean,
the Knicks have OG, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson all injured right now.
Yeah. But shout out to the NBA. I mean, even with all of their pushing all these way too competitive games in the regular season, I think this second half is shaping up to be a good one because some of these generally good teams are lower in the standings are going to want to make some noise, especially in the West. I mean, you still have the Timberwolves and the Thunder as the top 2 seeds in the West. It's wild.
It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the Thunder would be this hot of a team.
No, especially with just how they're only ever worried about trading for draft picks.
Yeah, that's all they do.
Yeah. No,
I didn't even know they were actually still trying to play basketball.
And the Clippers also turned it around from when we,
oh my goodness, the Clippers.
We talked about how the 3 of those guys between like the 4 of those guys couldn't start all together, like between Harden and Kawhi, like it wasn't going to work. And Westbrook has taken it in stride, like coming off the bench, and it's worked well.
Yeah, we said it, and literally he went to the bench, and it's been domination for LA land since.
Hey, and so far Williamson's been healthy, and the Pelicans are looking good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like the Seattle Mariners for me. It's just always a team I root for. And I don't really know why, but I
They always
love.
make a good surge in the middle of the season. You're like, this might be it.
I really like their big three is one of the most besides the Sixers, like Williamson,
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, and Brandon Ingram. That's a fun big three to root
Yeah. I do like Brandon Ingram. I feel like he's a fun player.
for. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, and they have a lot of talent. Trey Murphy, Herbert Jones. Oh, I forgot Matt Ryan's on their team.
Well, Jordan Hawkins, that was a great mid-first round pick this past year from championship UConn.
Oh, nice.
He's been a really big contributor for them and some solid minutes off the bench.
And one of the best backup point guards in the NBA, Jose Alvarado. I feel like he's so underrated. Like comes in, he's a good game manager.
Still got Larry Nance getting some minutes.
Yeah.
Larry Nance. Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
Oh.
From Villanova.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm happy. It's crazy how Zion Williamson had all these injuries, and then they're just kind of laying low right now. But he's playing. They're first in their division. They're above the play-in tournament. I mean, that'd be cool to see them in a 7-game series against somebody. I think they could make some noise
for sure.
So,
all right. Are you anything else, Chase? You ready to get to that 5-second rule game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? You ready?
Ryan?
Oh, I'm ready. I was born ready, Ben.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we give me a second because we're gonna bring the timer up here.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, Chase. Can you just give me one more 2-second?
Well, Chase can explain it quick.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do.
Yeah, so this is a game that probably everyone's familiar with. It's a pretty basic game. So you get 5 seconds. I'm going to give you one topic, and you give me 3 things about that topic.
Okay.
So I'll pick you one by one.
Okay.
Right? So
I was going to say, are we going at the same time or not? Okay.
No. We'll go one by one. We'll do rock, paper, scissors to go. Who wants to go lead off, or you pick, depending on who wins. But I'll give you the topic. It could be, give me 3 New England Patriots in 5 seconds.
Okay.
Like something like that. Gotcha. And so it's going to be sports. And then there are some statistical categories where you have to come up with a player who matches that category.
Oh, man. All right.
Holy, so 5 seconds is not a lot of time for 3 answers. Okay. We'll see. I'm just so everyone who's watching knows I'm a great off the air guy. Clutch moments, don't call my name. I'm gonna say free throw percentage is 20% in game.
All right, so we do rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
No, we're at least gonna have 2 ties.
All right, 2 ties off the bat, 3 ties off the bat.
I'm gonna go second.
Oh no! I was gonna say you can go first. All right, give me the mic.
All right, I'm gonna. So Chase, do you want me to start the timer as soon as you're done the question? Like as soon as the last time you speak.
After you're done reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Ryan, are you ready?
I'm shooting for 2 out of 3 on this first round. So
all right, we start off easy. I put some little gimmies, get some warm ups in. Then we take a real dive off the deep end at the end.
Keep track of who gets more points here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gotta keep a tally here.
Ben's got the list going over here to tally how many we get. We'll say out of 3. Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. First round, Ryan. Give me 3 Sixers in 5 seconds.
Joel Embiid, Allen Iverson, Lou Williams.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. Good. You're getting my mind ready.
Yeah. Just a little easy. Nothing too hard. All right, Ben.
Yo, I was panicking though.
All right. Do you want
to?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Give me 3 Knicks in 5 seconds.
Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson.
Nice. Got him in the buzzer. 1 second left.
I almost started saying Emmanuel quickly and RJ Barrett, and I just started panicking.
Oh, did it have to be current?
It can be any. Okay. I didn't specify. Yeah, I didn't specify.
Okay.
Yeah. All
right. So
I was gonna say I said Allen Iverson.
Yeah, no, it could be any.
Yeah.
Is it just
Yeah.
1 point each, Chase, or are we doing like as it gets harder? Like
2 out of 3. I would say 3 each.
Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, you could do it out of or however you guys think.
like 1 point per thing, so 3 points for each of us for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I, would
I
say
got you.
3,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unless Chase. So just to be clear for both of us, unless you say current, we can name any.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long-
From this point out, there's not like you'll be able to tell like what's going on with it. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing like that.
All right.
All right.
I'm proud
All
to you for still getting it though.
All right, Ryan, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Give me 3 Lou Williams teams in 5 seconds.
Los Angeles Clippers, Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's clean.
Let's go.
Clean. All right. You got the timer, Ryan?
Shout out to Lou Williams trying to guard KD. I promise you we tried.
All right.
All right. Ben, are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Give me 3 LaTroy Hawkins teams in 5 seconds.
Oh my God. Yankees, Rangers, and Twins.
Yeah. Nice.
Did he play on the Rangers? Do you want to
Let me
fact check
double-check.
me? I know he played on the Yankees and Twins. I want to fact check.
LaTroy Hawkins. I love that you got LaTroy Hawkins involved.
I just want you to fact check me to be sure.
Oh, no, we're checking. We're checking. I don't see him on the thing here.
Well, for the
From his
Rangers.
baseball reference.
Okay, so Yankees and Twins is right.
Yeah, Twins and Yankees.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'll take it too.
It's not bad. And
No.
you got 3 names out. That's better than
Okay,
not getting a name. Yeah.
appreciate the fact check because I genuinely wasn't sure Rangers.
I appreciate the honesty.
I thought he was on the Rangers.
Yeah.
I had it on my sheet, so I wrote it down too.
Okay.
That was definitely not right.
All right, sounds good.
It's good. That was good checking by me to write that
Yeah.
down.
Appreciate it. All
All
right.
right, hold on.
All
All
right.
right, let me,
Get it.
hold on, I just exited out of my sheet. Hold on, let me pull this back up.
You're
Oh, yeah,
good.
you're good.
All right, so currently it's 6-5. Ryan with the lead.
Our percent is high right now. I like
Yeah.
this. All right.
We're shooting our shot.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Well, we had a couple people trickle in on Instagram. So we appreciate everyone for doing that. Kind of trickling in as you see us live. So feel free to leave a comment down below. You never know if there's a duck race at the end, you might win something. Never know.
Yeah, or get a segment
Yeah, or get a segment.
after you.
Exactly. My face is snoring.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. All right. I'm just gonna make sure that there's been no intense signings since. Okay, no intense signings. All right, Chase, just let us know when you got it up.
Oh yeah, hold on 1 second. Sorry, that totally just pulled me all the way out.
Oh, you're good. Oh my gosh, he played with the Mets. I didn't even realize he played with the Mets. When did he play with the Mets?
Yeah, LaTroy Hawkins literally played on basically every team in the MLB, and Ben guessed the wrong one.
Yeah. Oh, he was fantastic for the Mets that year. 70 innings of 2.93 ball.
Okay, LaTroy Hawkins.
Dude played 21 years. What a tank. He also has I follow him on Instagram, by the way, and he has a great podcast with
Of course, he has a podcast.
what's the guy's name?
Am I allowed to say, of course, he has a podcast while we're on the podcast?
I guess, but he might not want to be on our podcast if we ever want him on the podcast.
Do you want LaTroy Hawkins on AFR?
I mean, I wouldn't mind if LaTroy Hawkins was on the podcast.
That would be an intense get.
That would be a good get.
Yeah.
He had Dontrell Willis on the podcast last week.
Oh,
But he does the podcast with Jock Jones, who's a former Twins center fielder. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. We got
You
the
ready?
pages back up. Sorry.
Oh, let's get it.
Back
Back
of the technical delay.
I got it. We're ready.
All right.
All righty.
Then
All
you
right,
have
we're
the
back
time ready
in.
to click this.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go.
All right. Oh. Damn it. All right. Here we go. Give me 3 of the top 30 all-time leaders in three-point made in the NBA.
Steph Curry, Kyle Korver, Klay Thompson.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. You got that last name out there.
I was
just at the end.
sweating. What was it of the top 30, Chase?
Yeah, top 30.
Right, those are three.
So yeah, it was Curry, number 1, Thompson 7. You said JJ Redick 20.
He said
No,
Kyle Korver.
Kyle Korver. Oh, damn it. Oh.
Kyle Korver. And
He's sixth. Yeah. He's sixth. Oh, we're good.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bro, Reggie Miller.
No, you're good.
That's a whiff, but
all right.
All right, hold on.
He's gonna miss one at some point.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, let me knock that one off.
All right.
Ryan's all right, Ben.
All right, here we go.
All right, give me 3 of the top 30 pitchers and strikeouts in 5 seconds.
Nolan Ryan, Cy Young, and oh my gosh, I bricked.
Nope. Call it.
Walter Johnson.
Walter Johnson would have been a money one.
2.
Yep.
I'm assuming Cy Young's in there.
Yes, Cy Young is 25th.
I'm waiting to see if you think mine are easier or not.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm not saying you're making excuses, but you could claim. All right, I'm ready, Chase.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
This one was hard.
Holy shit, hold on.
That was a tough one. I was like pitchers. There's been so many base. I guess. Pedro. Damn it.
Baseball's got a deeper
Warren Spahn. There's so many. It's like the old guys.
Yeah.
All those guys that pitch like 30 complete games every
year.
year.
Noodle arm or whatever.
Hans.
Yeah, Noodles Han and pretzels. All right, Ryan. Give me 3 Corey Brewer teams in 5 seconds.
Pistons, Hawks, Sixers.
Pistons. So Pistons, Hawks, Sixers.
Yeah. Look it up, Ben.
I don't have the Pistons on my sheet.
I kind of pulled a Ben. I was kind of spewing.
All right. I'm his NBA, so he is.
I have the other 2, but I don't have the Pistons.
He is. You said Sixers.
Sixers, Hawks.
Yeah, Sixers and Hawks. I have on here, right?
No, I don't
kidding.
see Atlanta.
No, there's no Atlanta or Detroit.
Oh, I opened the door.
Just the Sixers.
Just the Sixers. Yeah. Dang.
The big miss right there is the Houston Rockets.
So that's 1. So if I get 3, I can tie it.
Oh, I left it open. All right. Yeah, I'm up 10.
How many rounds is this, Chase?
We have. Hold on, 1, 2. I just put together a bunch of questions so we can stop whenever.
Okay, you want to do 5? Yeah, we can do 5. Does that work, Chase?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right. Unless we're tied.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Unless we're tied.
Okay.
I left the door open.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
Struggling now.
Corey Brewer.
I need to stop looking at the time. I'm
like, don't look at the time. It kills you. It does. That's what destroyed me. I just stared at the time.
You're just watching it go down, and then you start to panic.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 3 of the top 20 home run leaders of all time.
Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Willie Mays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was
Smashed
clean.
it.
That was clean.
High game. Okay. Big shot, Benny. What we got us to count?
All right. So we have.
Is it 10-10? 10-10.
10-10 with going to the final round.
So
here.
what are we? 10 out of 12?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
All righty.
All right. I'm ready, Chase. Final round.
All right. Let me see here. Let me go through my questions real quick.
Unless we're tied, of course.
Yeah.
I do have 2. I have 2 tiebreaker questions that I made specifically just in case this happens.
Okay. That's clutch. Okay.
All right. That are separate from my other questions.
And we can even do this in like another
yeah. This is fun.
Yeah. All right.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right. Give me 3 of the top 10 rebounders in the NBA of all time.
Wilt Chamberlain. Kevin Garnett. I don't even know Kevin Garnett's whole weekend.
Wilt Chamberlain though. It's like
Kevin Garnett's 10th.
Oh,
yeah.
10. That was a Big Ten hit. Yo, what's the top?
I'm fact checking
Yo,
that.
yeah, check it
All right,
right
here's
now.
the top 10. It's Wilt, Bill Russell, Moses, Kareem, Artis, Gilmore, Alvin Hayes, Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, Robert Parrish, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard's 11th.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'll take it.
Okay, that's clean.
Yo, it's so bad that I missed Kareem.
No, that's two. That's
Kevin
solid.
Garnett. Okay.
I can't believe you had Kevin Garnett on the nose.
Yo, what the heck? I just
I was
started
like-
panicking. I'm so in. It made it interesting. If I hit one, you would have won.
Yeah.
This is the sketchy. This could be a tie. All right.
That's tough.
All right, we're ready.
All right.
Garnett. Thank you, Kevin Garnett.
Dude coming in clean.
I was like thinking, I'm like, oh, he's probably like a top 20 guy.
Yeah.
He probably won't be top
Hold
10.
on. I have the wrong sheet.
I was surprised. Was Shaq not on there?
Yeah, Shaq is.
He's
Like,
15th. It says.
yeah.
I'm surprised.
Oh, Olajuwon's the one I was thinking of. I couldn't get his name out.
I would have guessed Shaq. Dwight Howard.
There's some guy like Elvin Hayes. There's no way I was pulling that name.
No.
Kareem's the miss. That's the miss I'm pissed about.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Bill Russell being the only guy on the top 10. Is he the only guy on the top 10 with
active.
less than 1,000 games played? It's kind of ridiculous.
Okay. So active, the top guy active is LeBron at 31.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I thought, so Kevin Garnett's chilling.
Yeah.
And next behind LeBron is DeAndre Jordan, who's got like 600 less boards.
It's crazy because there's so many more shots nowadays. You would think
Yeah.
there'd be more boards, but I guess there's more makes and everyone's getting a board nowadays. So.
All right, Chase, you ready?
Yeah, Chase.
All right.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Okay.
Right now.
This could be it right here. Last round, last question. Ben, give me 3 of the top 20 saves. Top 20 closers in baseball in 5 seconds. Go.
Trevor Hoffman, Mariano Rivera, and
Call it. Did he get them both right?
Mariano and Trevor are 1 and 2.
Oh my gosh. So we have a tie.
K-Rod.
K-Rod's 4th.
Dang.
Who's 3?
Sorry, I messed that up.
No, you're good.
No, you did the right thing. You did the right thing by waiting and then reading the right thing.
Good thing Trevor Hoffman's rookie card's right there.
Damn it. All right.
There's
Of
a
course,
loose
we
cat
tied.
loose in here. All right, so we're tied.
Yeah.
If you ever
All right,
need
here we go.
guy, just random sports guy, you can look at the cards up there.
Oh, yeah.
There's Reggie Jackson, Mike Trout, Roy Campanella, Dallas Clark, the tight end from the Colts. You remember him?
Kind of.
Dallas
All right,
Clark spent 1 season with the Ravens. Hold on, let me pull up the question. I have to pull up the answer for this one real quick.
I look at that chart sometimes. That's when I said Kirby Pickett the one time.
Kirby Pickett. Yeah, that's a fun name.
Is this timed or no?
We can do 10 seconds for this one because these 2 questions are like actually harder.
So just you get 10 seconds to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
right.
All right.
Read rock, paper,
scissors. All right.
Here
we go. Yeah. Who wants to go? Or...
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm going first. All right, Chase. 10 seconds is on the clock.
All right. These are both just single people.
Okay, so just get it right type of thing.
Yeah, so if you get the person, that's the question. Like it's specific.
How about when the time goes out, if I can still come up with it after?
Yeah, you still get a crack at it. Yeah.
Okay.
You get like 10 seconds to think about it. Yeah, there's no beat the buzzer with this one.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right, Ryan. Tell me the player who holds both all-time records in the NBA for steals and assists.
Steals and assists? John Stockton.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good guess.
The assists really help. I almost went like Gary Payton, but I was like, Stockton, I think,
Dang.
has the most assists, so I just
like
had to roll
that.
with it.
Yeah, he's got the most assists and he has the most steals too.
Really? I did not know he
Yeah.
had those steals.
All
I
right.
know it seems weird. I was like not expecting
Pressure.
that.
He doesn't seem like a crafty defender. So
No.
pressure's on Ben.
Yep. All righty.
All right, Ben. Tell me the player whose career ended with exactly 3,000 career hits.
Pujols.
Close. It was Clemente.
Oh, Roberto Clemente.
Yeah.
Dang. How many did Pujols have?
Pujols had.
Dang. That was a good one. I knew. Dang. He had over. He probably had too many.
Pujols had.
Oh yeah,
too many.
3,300.
Yeah. All right, GG. Good game.
That was fun, man.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, I feel like the baseball ones are a little bit harder than the basketball ones, but
Yeah, well, yeah, he has a longer.
No, I like the. I would. You're like I went to Gone Stockton though. I don't think.
Maybe.
I don't think I would have gone Stockton.
I wonder where. Can you real quick share? You have the screen shared.
Yeah.
Can you just look up top 10 steals of NBA history real quick? I just want to see where Gary Payton is. Is he not? Oh, he's number five. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jason Kidd would have been a good guess.
Yeah, true.
Is LeBron top 10 in every category?
I think so.
His blocks.
Oh yeah, I don't know about blocks.
Oh, I love this. This should be a name, by the way. Tree Rollins.
Or we put him on the list.
Hell yeah. Wait, where's LeBron at? Oh, he is nowhere. Oh no, he's not gonna. Oh, shout out to Elton Brand.
Next in line. Yeah. No. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, Chase, that was awesome. We'll
Oh wait, Stockton had over 3,000 steals. Did you see that?
Crazy.
Chase, thanks for running with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was just a little.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
Kind of. Yeah.
You guys wanna? Do you want to just go since that we kind of took a lot of time? Do you want to just go talk some Daytona, Chase, and then end it there?
Oh yeah. So I told everybody I was gonna keep track of NASCAR going forward, and I made a pick. And to my delight, during the race, he was kind of floating around, almost virtually disappeared at one point until the last 10 laps in the race. That's when there was a massive crash. You can check out our Twitter for the video that we reposted. But Christopher Bell snuck through, ended up with a third place finish, which was amazing considering all the things that happened within this race. There was 3 decently sized wrecks that took place. One really early on that took out a lot of the field. And then obviously the one with 10 laps left and kind of just left whoever was up front to fend for themselves. And ended up being William Byron, who finished last year in the top 3 in the playoffs and had a chance to win out. And if he got the win, would have been a champion. Ended up falling short to Ryan Blaney, but started off the year right with a big win at Daytona. Gave Hendrick Motorsports a win on their anniversary of being an organization within NASCAR. So it was a really special moment for him. He's done this twice now within like 6 months where he's gotten a big win for them in the playoffs and then now here. So he's definitely going to be giving everyone a run for their money in terms of being a champion this season. So start off pretty good race to start the year off and looking forward to Atlanta next week. I don't have any picks for this race, although Joey Logano was dominating up until the end and he got caught up in the wreck. Otherwise, he probably would have had enough to get the job done. Atlanta's a similar style racetrack, so there's a good chance that Logano could just come out on top. And he shows up in the late, right when it matters, and you don't think he's in it. He can just show up. He gets a big pit stop, jumps up bunch of positions. It just had a lot of strong running mates. So it was unfortunate he got tangled up in a wreck. It took out a lot of people in the top 10. Almost took out the literal top 10 if, the one car didn't get away from the action. But it was a pretty big wreck. Overall, pretty happy with my guy on the season, picking up a big win. Third in the race and third in the points overall. So that's big going towards, obviously, in the season. NASCAR does a point system, which is a little weird, but you earn points throughout the year. and you get it based off like where you are, and if you win, you get more. But they do stage points too, so you can win with you can have ultimately 3 winners in a race essentially, and 2 of those guys will get the points, and 1 guy wins the race and gets points. So it's a little more active than it used to be. When I was growing up, it would just be whoever finished the race wins and they get the points, and whoever won the most races typically won at the end of the year. And they've changed it now to be a little bit more competitive and have a playoff format. So I guess in the end, it's a little bit better. It was a little bit weird jumping in and seeing the whole format again and working stuff out. But I'm not going to lie, I felt something watching this race that I probably haven't felt since I was maybe 10 or 11, maybe even 12. You know, just being a middle schooler, I was obsessed with NASCAR. When I was a little kid, I really just wanted to be a race car driver. You know, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever to do that. And I kind of fell away from the sport. They've made some changes, and a lot of people I grew up rooting for now have kids that are in it. So it's cool to be rooting for them and, you know, continue the tradition on. But yeah, it's a neat sport. It's definitely not for everyone, but there's a lot more. It was always a sport of, you know, making the right decisions, and it comes down to a matter of laps. But now it's even more involved. So there's like a little bit more in it than it just seems on the top. But yeah, so that was it.
So just so everyone remembers, Christopher Bell, that was Chase's pick. And Chase, does he have to finish this season in first, or does he have to actually like go into the playoffs and come out on top after all that said?
Yeah, so he's got to get into the playoffs and then win the playoffs, which basically is like the more he wins, the better. But it was big that he finished third and picked up points. He also won the duel going into Daytona, so he put himself in a good position. Obviously, I was feeling pretty good about it that he finished high. And just to be totally clear, I'm not even that big of a Christopher Bell fan. I just feel like he's got something about him where he's been close. Same with William Byron. I can make the same argument about both of those guys. I think they're in a really good spot where they can both, if they both won, if one or the other wins, they're both deserving of it. They're just young, up and coming guys. And William Byron actually has a really interesting story. He didn't grow up in a traditional NASCAR family. He literally just grew up racing on a computer and then got good at it. His parents saw it, then entered him into a few races, started dominating and just excelling through the levels. And now he's, I think, 28 or 24 or something like that, but pretty young guy and at the highest level of the sport. So, and there's a lot of guys who are racing now that have really unique backgrounds. Like there's guys whose dad were racers and they got into the sport, and then there's people who had no way into the sport and just made it in through whatever, you know, however you get there. So it's kind of neat to see all the backstory, and it's not all the same. You know, it's not just some guy who went to Duke, then got drafted #1 overall, and you know, it's pretty applicable to like every sport outside of racing. So it was pretty neat to see, and it was cool that it really reignited that feeling again. I'm giddy about it. I started pulling out all my NASCAR stuff that I had packed away for years and blowing off the dust and just feeling that emotion again. So it was neat.
When do you unpack?
So I have, I've been to Daytona. Not Daytona, Pocono Raceway. It's really close by. It's a triangle, but they give you a lot of good access to the drivers. So I have a couple signed flags.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's the stuff I really need to get that stuff checked out and verified.
Yeah.
But
next time I show, you could just get it like, just to have it like certified. And
I have 2 flags, and on each checker, there's like at least 1 autograph on like basically both sides. So
and that'd be a cool like frame. Oh, if it's on both sides, I guess you don't. But like that'd be cool to like see if you could frame it somehow.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to figure out what to do with it, and just I have like car models and different stuff. But yeah, now it's just cool to like see all this stuff. And if you haven't checked it out, watch it. Watch their thing they've done on Netflix. They've done a behind the scenes thing. Like we said, Netflix has done a really good job with doing stuff with F1 and golf, just giving you a behind the scenes look at like what it's like to be a professional athlete, but off the course and, you know, off the track. It's neat to see what you can do with all these things. You know, being a NASCAR driver, you don't really think of much. You think of like a hick from the South, and he probably goes home to his trailer with his wife beater on. But I mean, it's insane, like the levels that it's getting to in the sport.
Yeah, this isn't just Garrett Bard out there nowadays.
No, I mean, it's basically rivals who, you know, NBA players. Like they're small teams. there's a lot in it. There's only 3 manufacturers, so it's it's really tight competition. It's only Ford, Toyota, and Chevy. So within those, there's a handful of teams. So there's not really like a whole lot going on. I don't know, diversity wise, but yeah. So the competition's good. The cars run really nice. It's not clunky like the last time I was into it. There was just a lot to look at, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. Maybe in the next like couple weeks while we're still in this kind of like pause period, we can spend more time. I want to dive in to like the organization, the cars, the rivalries, like just try to break down more. Just because I feel like there is a lot more to unpack, like to the average person. I don't want to watch a car turn left for 400, 500 miles and then root for a crash. Like there's a lot more to unpack.
Yeah.
So maybe I know we're coming towards the end of the show tonight, but it's exciting, Chase. I'm pumped you're into it because I literally worked with a ton of guys who were so into it. Like every week would be talking about it. And I watched a couple races when we lived together and it was cool. So it's neat to see that the new format hasn't completely, just destroyed it. Cause I knew there was some unpopular takes when it first came out, but exciting this year starting off. A lot of diversity, kind of like what we say with the NBA. It's at an all-time high of the NFL. I feel like NASCAR is hitting their stride again. So good for them.
Yeah, it's neat, and I'd definitely be down to do a deep dive. And just I think it helps to definitely know the people, and they're all hotheads. They all talk a lot of shit on mic. They just freak out in their cars. So like, it's really cool to see. Like, yeah, I'm on a team, but like I hate everyone else out there. So it's really just like seeing who can do the best with who, whether or not that's their teammate, whether or not they have a long-standing rivalry. And it's just neat to see. And a lot of the guys who just got out are still in it, so you get to get a lot of fresh perspectives. And it's like the UFC, they keep a lot of their active fighters doing commentary, and NASCAR is trying to do that same model of like, we have some guys who are still active, but they're contributing on the sides, and just bringing like a lot of good perspectives. So it's just neat to see how it's growing and how much has changed from the last time I was like really, really in deep with it.
I appreciate it, Chase, because I'm not super into it, but I enjoy listening to you talk about it because it's it's something that I could get more into, just knowing more of the deeper part of it. So we'll definitely have to do that in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, and Joey Logano, he's from Connecticut, which is like a unusual thing for a racer supposed to come out. So if you're looking for a driver, Joey Logano might be your guy.
Start collecting some NASCAR cards are really cheap because not that many people.
Are they really?
There's some really cool patches because they take certain cars. There's like patches, like the really nice patches. They'll do like of the fire suit or like the logo type thing of other fire suit is like it's kind of cool because those like cool patches on other sports stuff.
Yeah, I might be. Yeah, it's also weird because this is the thing about NASCAR. It's like the only sport where you really root for a sponsor. Like anywhere else, I hate a sponsor jersey. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But NASCAR is all about like, oh yeah, I like Dr. Pepper, so I kind of like this guy. Or I like if Wawa had a car, I probably like that guy. Whoever had a car, like you know what I mean. Like it's the only time I'm ever for just rooting for a sponsor.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, we appreciate everyone. I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah, shout out. Who's all watching? Can you see? Shout them out.
We've had a few pop in and out. I don't know exactly who's in right now, but we've had a few pop in and out. We appreciate all of you for.
Shout out to Evan Miller for saying I have nice glasses. They're not that nice, but I can see with them. So thanks.
They get the job done.
Yeah.
So we do have a fun podcast next week. I'm not going to announce it yet because I just want to finalize it with him. But we might have a special guest on. So we're excited for that. Maybe do a little baseball preview, and then
first guest of 2024.
Yeah,
hopefully.
And then next week we might have some. We have some special things in the works with some potential brackets, like we like to do.
It's coming to bracket time. So
it's coming to bracket time. So we gotta have an appetizer for the March Madness bracket. Yeah, we gotta warm up our bracketology.
Yeah,
but
love it.
We appreciate everyone for listening, for watching, however you're getting our podcast, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah. Peace, Chase.
Later. See you guys.